Dear parishioners of Christ the King, I am happy to announce that today Bishop Gary has revealed his plan for us to be able to resume the public celebration of the Eucharist in our parishes. This plan has been developed for some time through consultation from up and down the diocese, from clergy and expert lay people. This plan is an opportunity for us to have a renewed Pentecost inside the church, where to rediscover the beauty of the faith that it has been given to us. And therefore it is fitting that a new Pentecost of the church in the Diocese of Victoria will be begun to be celebrated on May 31st, which is the Feast of Pentecost, when the Holy Spirit descended upon the apostles and prepared them for their public mission. However, just as the Holy Spirit descended upon the apostles on Pentecost and their lives went through a dramatic change, so will our public celebrations of the Eucharist here at Christ the King also undergo a change. In accord with the provincial guidelines, we will have to keep the numbers under 50 in the entire building during a celebration. In order to maintain that and also to maintain our welcoming community, we are asking you to participate in this process. Before I describe our plan, there is one thing that deserves to be mentioned twice. That during this period, the Sunday obligation, the obligation of a Catholic to participate in the Sunday Eucharist, is loosed. This means that you are not obligated to attend the Sunday Eucharist. And this will also apply to a weekday Eucharistic celebration. You are not obligated during this period to attend the Eucharist. This is to ensure that those who are unable to come, or those who should stay home, those people would be those who are immunocompromised or those who are taking care of the immunocompromised, should know that their conscience is clear and that they have fulfilled their obligation to the faith by listening to the dictates of their local bishop. That being said, for those of us who are free physically and otherwise to be able to attend the Eucharist, we will begin to break down the parish into smaller units of under 50 people, and they will represent a cohort in themselves, and in that group they will be responsible for all of their ministries, for their call-outs, and for their care. These groups will not be flexible. You will not go from group to group or from time to time. This is to ensure that we know who's been in contact with whom. And so how it will unfold is this. Starting next Monday at 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. each day, Monday through Friday, next week from 8 till 3, we ask that you call into the parish office. We ask that you not email us, but that you call. And we will ask you some questions in order to best determine how to establish these groups. You will be asked for your name and for the number of people in your household who will be attending the Eucharist with you. In addition to that, you will be asked for your contact information. I must emphasize that the contact information is not optional. We need to know who you are and how to contact you, so that should a member of your group get sick, we can find you. In addition to that, you will be asked for 2 preferred Mass times. 2 preferred Mass times. Your top choice and your second choice. Our Mass schedule will no longer be as it was. Instead of Tuesday through Friday Eucharist times, it will now be Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. You indicate to the person on the phone which of those you would prefer to attend with your top choice and your second choice. You could have a top choice of Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Friday at 9 a.m. And we will do our very best to accommodate you, but we can't make you any promises. Once you've been given a group, you will be contacted by a group coordinator whose responsibility will be to ensure that everyone from that group is working together. Once the Mass times have been assigned for each group on a rotating basis each week, one of those Mass communities will have their Mass time shifted from their weekday time to their Sunday time. And this is to accommodate the fact that our church community is simply too big for us to have everybody come on a Sunday. And so the best that we can offer is that hopefully everybody can go to Mass once a week, even if that might be on a weekday. But a time for renewal this can be. Because now, rather than simply feeling an obligation that we must, then now is a time for us to be able to say, I want to. And I am willing to take the extra steps to make this work. And in these smaller communities, a new opportunity for participating in ministry has opened up. Now, I'm sad to say that music ministry will be very much attenuated during this time. At the same, Eucharistic ministry will also have to stop. This model has been developed in relationship with the diocese, the province, under the inspiration of the saints. Because during times of persecution, the church would become small individual cells that would take care of each other. There were times when we could not celebrate in beautiful churches like this, but we had to gather in small communities and stay responsible for each other. When Mary, the Mother of God, Peter and the rest of the apostles received the Spirit of God in the upper room, they were just a handful of people. I was going to say against the world, but that wouldn't be true. They were for the world. Today we can begin to show that this is indeed possible. And in fact, we've done it before. And all those saints who have lived in times of persecution, either in Japan or in ancient Rome or under communist Ukraine or England during the times of the revolutions, we've been through this before, and we've come out stronger. And it is my hope and prayer that our faith and our parish will only come closer to the Lord. May God bless you, and happy Pentecost.